Hello, this is Suzanne. Welcome to a look at reality with Suzanne. Today, we're going to look at the distance of the sun, moon, and stars. Let's begin. According to science, the moon is 238,000 miles away from the plain Earth. The sun is 93 million miles away. And the planet, or more accurately called star, Venus, at its closest point, or closest distance to Earth, is 23,612,000 miles away. But wait, the North Star Polaris is a truly incredible 2.55 quadrillion miles away. That's 2.55 times 10 to the 15th power, which is 2.55 with 13 more zeros tacked on the end. All visible with the naked eye. Wow. First, let's look at some basic math, shall we? We're going to work with ratios. We will find equivalent ratios. A to B is equivalent to X to Y. We'll start simple. For example, if we have the ratio of 100 to 5 and we want to find the equivalent ratio of 32x, we will divide 100 by 5 and get 20. So since we want the same ratio on the other side, we're going to divide 30 by what we got here, 20, and we get 1.5. So 100 to 5 is equivalent to 30 to 1.5 because we divided by 20 on both ends. So let's apply that to the world that we observe around us. First, let's take the diameter of Venus and the diameter or length from nose to tail, the distance across, of a 757 aircraft. Let's take that ratio and set it equivalent to the distance of Venus to an unknown distance of our 757 aircraft. So we have 7,521 miles, that's the diameter of Venus, to the length of our 757, which is 155 feet, I believe, 155 feet, equivalent to, I converted it the other day, 0.03 miles, which will be equal to the distance of Venus at its closest of 23,612,000 miles, times the distance, or is to an unknown distance of a 757 aircraft. So we take 7,521 miles and we divide it by 0.03 and we get 250,700. And that means that Venus is 250,700 more times across than the length of our 757. So X distance would be equal to the distance of Venus in miles at its closest, 23,612,000 miles divided by what we got here, 250,700, and that gives us 94 miles. And you're thinking, wow, that's not so far. Oh, really? That means that your ability to see Venus is the equivalent of being able to see a 757 aircraft at 94 miles away. Keep in mind that regular cruising altitude is 38,000 feet, which is equivalent to 7 miles. So according to this, we should be able to see a 757 at a distance of 94 miles. That is 13 times regular cruising altitude. You can maybe see an airplane at cruising altitude. Yeah, you can. It's quite small. If you make that 13 times, I'm thinking I'm going to have trouble seeing it. I don't know about you. So using your logic and common sense, is this possible? Yes or no? No, it's not. Hate to break it to you. But let's not stop there. It does get better. Oh, yes. Let's try another of those math problems, shall we? A to B is equal to x to y, using the distance or the diameter and distance of Polaris, our North Star. We're going to find the ratio of the diameter of Polaris to the diameter of our 757 aircraft and find the equivalent distance to unknown distance. Polaris is supposedly 44 million miles in diameter. And then we have the length of our 757 aircraft, 0.03 miles converted from feet, 155 feet. I just want to make sure, was it feet or meters? I believe it was feet. One moment. All right, it is feet. Length overall, 155 feet. All right, very good. Continuing on. So we have the diameter Polaris, 44 million miles, is 2.03 miles, which is the conversion of 155 feet, equal to the distance of Polaris, supposedly, of 2.55 quadrillion miles. That's 2.55 times 10 to the 15th power is to unknown distance of our 757. So, going back up here, 44 million, the diameter Polaris, divided by the length or diameter, the length across of our 757, 0.03 miles, is equal to 1.47 billion. Meaning, Polaris is 1.47 billion more times across than the length of a 757 aircraft. So, our unknown distance is equal to 2.55 quadrillion, that's 2.55 times 10 to the 15th, miles divided by what we got here, 1.47 billion, that's 1.47 times 10 to the 9th power, which gives us an unknown distance of our 757 aircraft of 1,734,693 miles, meaning your ability to see Polaris, the North Star, with your naked eye is the equivalent of being able to see a 757 aircraft at 1,734,693 miles away. Oh, yeah. Reality check time. Not possible. Sorry, hate to break it to you. So, in conclusion, I want to keep this short. The common sense point to take away from all of this is the sun, moon, and stars are a lot closer to us than science would have us believe. The sun is not 93 million miles away. The moon is not, just by coincidence, 40 times smaller and 40 times closer than the sun, which makes them look the same size. No, Einstein, they look the same size because they are. And the stars that you're able to zoom in and view with your Coolpix P900 camera or telescope or what have you are not, repeat, not light years away, as science would have us believe. By the way, do you know how many miles are in 1 light year? 1 light year is equivalent to 5.88 trillion miles, or 9.5 trillion kilometers. That is 5.88 times 10 to the 12th miles away. Sorry. So, how far from Earth is the nearest star according to science? Let's see. All right. Mr. Google. All right. Miles to the nearest star. It says, how far from Earth to the nearest star? The inner binary appears to the unaided eye as a single star. To the unaided eye. The third brightest in the night sky. But it lies 4.37 light years from the sun. Faint Proxima Centauri is the one that claims the honor of being our true nearest stellar neighbor at only 4.24 only 4.24 light years away. 4.24 light years away times 5.88 trillion miles, that's approximately 23 trillion miles away that we're able to see with our naked eye. I don't think so. Again, reality check time. So, stop believing everything you're told. Go outside, use your eyes, use your senses, use some common sense, and just look around you and think. All right, so this has been your Daily Dose of Reality with Suzanne. Stay tuned for more. Now go out and be the best observer of your world and the best person you can be. And remember, the sky's the limit. Quite literally.